around Europe. Carlos has been helping us with some of the materials that you may have already seen on Ecom Connect. But today, the topic that we've asked him to talk about is to how to plan and design an exporter's e-commerce website. So the relevance of this is to explain how a website should be export-oriented towards e-commerce, and hopefully give you some tips on how to do that. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Carlos. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Cristina. Good morning, good evening, late night, everybody. I'm Carlos Entrile, and for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to try to explain you how your e-commerce, international e-commerce website, cross-border e-commerce, should be designed. In any moment, if you have any questions, you can please write them in the chat. And if you give me just 1 second, I will share with you my screen so we can use my PowerPoint presentation. My slides. So this is me. James said it already. It was in 1994, Christmas 1994, I discovered the internet, and I started lecturing on internet as a tool for international trade as early as 1995. So more than 25 years explaining how to use this. That's why maybe I'm here today with you. Okay, now there you have all my contact information, my email, my LinkedIn URL, and my Twitter address, even though I'm not a very good Twitter user. Please mute the mic. Again, remember, you can ask the question through the chat. And let's start with today's webinar. So, trans-border e-commerce. You are in Bangladesh, you are in India, you are in African country, and you realize that you want to use the internet to export your products or services. But remember, first of all, you are an exporter. And as an exporter, you have a website. But your website is very particular because it is not just a regular website, but it is a website where people may place the order. So you have a website where people may place the order. You have an e-commerce, okay? But if your customers are outside your country, are abroad, you are a trans-border or cross-border e-commerce, okay? But remember, we must follow the obvious steps. So first of all, you are an exporter, that you are using a digital tool to promote your goods and services. As an exporter, you should remember that you must cope with customs. And this is very important the moment you're going to decide to which country are you going to export online, to which country you're going to do cross-border e-commerce. Because maybe in some countries it's too expensive for you, or maybe in some countries even it is forbidden to send goods through e-commerce. For example, it is forbidden to sell wine online from any country of the world to the United States. You can't sell wine online directly to the United States, okay? So this is an example, because customs won't accept your wine and it will be sent back to your home country. As an exporter, because I said before, mainly you're exporters, also you must cope with international logistics. And again, international logistics are going to filter the countries you may export depending on many different factors. So as an exporter, remember, customs is going to limit my scope of countries where I can export, and also international logistics are going to do the same. Okay. You are supposed to be this guy, you are the exporter, and this woman was until last month, was your regular international customer. And as an exporter, you knew you could reach your potential, most prospective customer through business trips, trade missions, or trade shows. And maybe you were already using the internet, for example, for emails, or even though you had your website in different languages. Since last month, there are no more business trips, no more trade shows, no more nothing. Okay? Why? because at the end, let me see something. I have something here. Excuse me. I have something popping up here. Go back to the presentation. So I was saying at the end, the only option you have today to promote your goods and services is the internet. And you obviously, you know that your prospective customer is using the internet, but you don't know where she is inside the internet, as there are many different tools. You know, some people, they are right now in Instagram, other people even in TikTok, other are in Facebook, in LinkedIn, in many places. YouTube, for example. Well, the point is, as a company that you're going to export through e-commerce, you must have a website. So today, we're going to talk about the e-commerce website, okay? And remember, your international customer is connected to the internet, mainly is connected through a cell phone, so we should talk about cell phones, and is member of many different social media networks, okay? Now, these people you can see here, obviously I choose photograph with young people. All these people are digital. And maybe, let's say they are under 25, okay? Under 25, they could be for you final customers. So you should know how do they react, where do they have the purchase decision done. But remember that in the next few years, they will be more important and they will be inside the companies having more responsibility, and maybe the guy with the glasses in 5-4 year times is going to be in charge of the budget of the company. And he maybe have a budget of $5-6 million, okay? So people are turning digital. Maybe many young people today are already digital for everything, especially for buying online, but think that in the next few years, more people with more, let's say, with more purchasing power, companies purchasing power, will also want everything to be digital. I'm talking about B2B, business-to-business e-commerce, while normal people, regular people, we do business-to-consumer, B2C e-commerce. Okay. Now remember, first time I had to give a lecture about how to use the internet as a tool for international trade for exporters. It was in 1995. And in 1995, I discovered that the internet is very useful for you for 3 different things as exporters. First, through the internet, you can grab a lot of information. You can get a lot of information related to international trade. For example, first information, even if you are exporting online, is which country or countries I want to export. In our example, online, okay? The moment you decide your country, you'll find a lot of information in the internet related to countries. The next item would be, how is my market, my product service market inside the chosen country? Remember that inside the market, there are different channels. And one of channel is the online channel. So I want to know also how is the situation of the online channel related to my product in the destination country. This is international trade. I insist, this is just a channel inside international trade, and you must know your trade barrier, both tariff barriers, custom tariff, and non-tariff barriers, as for example, could be, for example, labeling. Labeling in another language with some compulsory information. Obviously, you should learn how to promote your products or services, and if it is the case, you must ask help to somebody. For example, Ecom Connect is posting information related to international markets for you, okay? So this is the first possibility for you to use the internet. Obviously, you are going to search for information before starting your e-commerce business or before going to anywhere in the world to sell your products online. Next, it would be the promotion. You can use the internet to promote your business. And today, remember the situation here. Let me go back. Today is the only option you have. So today, for example, now in Spain, I'm teaching webinars online related to digital tools for the exporters, because the exporters, they don't have these traditional tools anymore, and in 24 hours time, they must change their professional tools to master the internet, to know how to promote their products or services, okay? Now, promotion. Promotion, 10 years ago, I would just say the exporter's website. But not anymore, because you need your exporter's website, your e-commerce website, but you need many other things to grab audience, target audience to your website. As it is, for example, maybe you should be in Instagram, maybe you should be in LinkedIn, maybe you should be in YouTube. So you're going to use other stuff as social media or SEO and SEM to attract, to lure prospective customers to your website. And next and last, obviously, you have a website, and in your website, people can place the order. If you can place the order in your website, you are talking about e-commerce. As you are in your home country, Bangladesh, Senegal, Nigeria, and your customer is in France or UK, you are using e-commerce, cross-border e-commerce. That means you're using the internet as a tool for commercialization. Okay, so today we talk about point 2 and point 3. Now, you as an exporter, with all the limitations and requirements of an exporter, you've chosen the e-commerce as your channel. Now remember, at the end, an e-commerce is just a website where you can place the order. So let's talk about the website, how your international website should be. That's why the main issues today are the importance of the website for your company. How are you going to, your company is going to react to the importance of this website. And obviously the allocated resources, everything in life costs time or money, or time and money. You must know how to identify your international audience, and obviously how to create added value content for them. You must know about the relevance of keywords, and obviously you should learn about your web design usability. Now, let's start. These are the 6 different issues we're going to see today. So I'll start with digital strategy for your transborder e-commerce. First of all, well, maybe you're a small startup, maybe all the company is you, so you're very motivated and you know exactly what you want to do with your e-commerce site, but sometimes you have a brick company that becomes brick and click. And this is the case, if this is your case, your company starts selling online, everybody in the company should be involved. That means everybody that has some information to give to the website should give this information. You are producing machinery, and maybe the guys that are working in IT, working on R&D, research and development, they just add a new feature in your machine. This new feature should be right now in the website, in the product web. Okay. You must have a commitment to goals and deadlines. You cannot say, oh, I'm going to start my e-commerce business. No, you must have goals that can be measured, and deadlines. And as I said before, from the part of the company, there should be a commitment in human resources and money. Now, let's say you're a regular company, a brick company, and you're exporting. You have national market and export market. And you've decided that the only way you can promote today your company is using the internet, with the website, with e-commerce. The big question is, who is in charge? Now, there is somebody who's very dangerous, the IT guy. The IT guy is a very dangerous person inside the company because she feels that the website, okay, the e-commerce solution is his precious, as in Lord of the Ring. So the IT guy is not the man in charge. Maybe you have people in marketing who are in charge. But marketing, normally, they cope with a local market, and you are the export manager. Now, you can draw a big red line. The red line would be everything related to the national market, marketing department, you can keep it for you. Everything related to export is the export department who is going to take charge. And is going to try to grab most of the money and most of the human resources to make the company survive, especially in the present crisis. Okay? So it's you, people who are in international trade, who must be in charge. Now, you cannot be an expert. You cannot be an expert in web design. You cannot be an expert in SEO, SEM, analytics. You are the orchestra director, the conductor, and you should make all the instruments to have an harmony. You are not the expert with the clarinet, SEO, for example, search engine optimization, but you should know at least some information, some knowledge about the clarinet, so you can give the guys who are going to do for you the search engine optimization, the basic, at least the basic instructions, and you are all speaking the same language, okay? So you must identify your audience before starting. Hey, let's go online, Yeah, but wait. Who is my customer? First, you should define your customer by geography. Are they Belgians? Are they French? Are they Canadians? Next, by language. Are they French-speaking Belgians? Are they English-speaking Canadians? Think about Switzerland for languages. And who is your target? Because, okay, we are talking about French-speaking Belgians, but who are them? Are they industry professionals? Are they journalists? Or are they the final consumer? So depending who's your target audience, you must have different kind of information in your website. And also very important, what kind of device people are using to browse the net and to do purchases online. Are they using a PC, a laptop, a tablet, a cell phone, a TV, a video game? Okay, so most people are using the cell phone, the mobile phone, okay? So remember, your website must be prepared to be responsive. That means that must adapt the design to any device people are using. If you want to know how important is that your website is responsive, people may browse on the mobile phone, you have here the link to the information from Google, because this is very important for Google's search engine optimization. Why cell phone? Because people, as I said before, are starting to buy through a cell phone each day more, but maybe they are not going to purchase through the cell phone, but obviously they're going to search through the cell phone. So most people today, as you can see, the moment that the trend is inverse is 2016. From 2016 onwards, more people in this planet are browsing the cell phone, the mobile phone, to search for information than a laptop or a computer. So at least people maybe are going to find you through the phone, and if they don't want to use the phone, maybe later they're going to use a laptop, the PC computer. But anyway, your website must be prepared for the cell phone, must be responsive. And just to put examples, I went to Ecom Connect's website, and I just searched for one flagship website. They're explaining this GoCoop. GoCoop is from India, and this is GoCoop website. This website, they are searching for different traditional Indian craftsmen, and as the craftsmen directly are not going to sell online, they are aggregating different craftsmen with different categories, saris, fabric, apparel, accessories, in this website. So this website, they are telling you what are they selling, what they are offering you. They are telling you where do they ship, now shipping to 13 countries, very important to state, but well state in the website to where are you shipping, because if I am in a country you're not shipping, I won't continue reading, I won't be frustrated at the end. And as you can see, remember logistics, remember customs. Here is the list in the website. In the website, you have the list of the 13 countries where this e-commerce, international e-commerce solution is exporting. It's exporting, okay? Now, example, GoCoop, audience, geography, country list. So they are targeting all these countries from Australia to Thailand. All the countries have one thing in common, language, English. Target, final consumer, who's going to buy the sari. Device, cell phone, I suppose most of them. If you want to know now if your website, your e-commerce website, is prepared for the search. Here, you can test. In this link, you can Google's testing service. You just put your URL, your website, and then you could see if it complies with Google conditions to be officially tested for mobile. Okay. What about GoCoop? GoCoop, somewhere there. I'll show you later. Here it is. No, here you have that right. Okay. This is the test I did yesterday with GoCoop.com's website, and they are prepared for mobile. So they comply with Google's rules for mobile. The website is responsive. Now, how to target your audience and your competitors? Because before selling to a country, you should know if you can sell to this country. And if so, you should know how many competitors you have there. Now, today you are located in Bangladesh. Cristina is located in Switzerland. I'm located in Spain. If you are using Google, you'll see in the bottom left-hand side the country in which you are. Excuse me, I'll show you Google. My Google. So if I go to Google, everything is Spanish, and at the bottom left-hand side, you can see España. España is Spanish, written in Spanish. Okay?
Sorry, Carlos, we are not seeing the screen. Yeah. Now we're seeing the presentation, but not Google.
The presentation, you see the screen. Why don't we see Google now?
Maybe no? I think you need to click on share content, and on the option share your web browser.
Here it is. Share web browser. But it is opening. I hope.
Okay.
Is it working?
Yeah. No, there was a smaller web browser screen that you just it's opening. It's opening. That is
Chrome, because I had the other one open. I had open Firefox. I prefer Firefox. Okay. So as I was saying before, now you can see Chrome. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So as I was saying, I may write Google.com, Google France, that at the lower left-hand side, you will see here España, that is Spain, written in Spanish. So all of us, we are in our national Google with our national language we choose. Okay. So the first thing we should do is we should know our competitors. And the easiest way to visit our competitors is geolocate ourselves as if we were in another country. So myself, right now, I'm in Spain, and I'm going to trick Google. I'm going to say, Google, I want to browse Google as if I were in UK. So for this, you have a cool tool named AdWords Preview. If you click in AdWords Preview, you can choose country, and you can choose keywords, and you can choose device. So my keyword is going to be buy sarees online. Okay, so I'm going to type buy sarees online. Location, London, for example, London, UK. London, UK. English, we'll start with computer. Here, AdWords Preview is going to show you what people in London can see in their browser if they do the search buy sarees online. Right-hand side, you have Google Shopping, and here you have your competitors. So the moment from India or Bangladesh you want to sell to UK your sarees online, first you must find your competitors. And you must try to learn why your competitors are here in the first places. In the first results, among others, for example, I've seen here Amazon India. So always geolocate yourself in the country you want to sell to see which is your place. Okay? So as you can see, the moment you want to define your market is defined by location and by keywords. In my example, buy sarees online. Keywords are really important, but the problem with keywords is that you have a big keyword button. Remember, for more than 20 years, I've been teaching about Internet as a tool for international trade. So 10, 12 years ago, I told companies, you're very unlucky if you're a hotel in Barcelona. Why? Because if you are a 3-star hotel in Barcelona, you would never ever be among the first results. Because there's a lot of competitors. If you type hotel in Barcelona, you'll find Booking, TripAdvisor, many, Expedia, Kayak, all these people. But at the time, I said 10 years ago, if you are a platypus breeder, you are very lucky because you will be the only one. Okay, who is a platypus breeder? Maybe, I don't know if these people do exist, this kind of companies, okay? Now, 10 years ago...
sorry, Carlos, but we are not viewing...
Yeah.
Sorry again. We're not viewing the screen. There, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Now?
No. If you go back to the Google
no,
search...
compartir contenido. No, compartir para tu web. If I go to, let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we can see it. Not now.
Can you see the PowerPoint? No, the PowerPoint? You cannot see the PowerPoint. So, wait, I'm going
because now you're sharing your web browser.
I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to reshare with you everything.
Yeah, yeah, okay, perfect.
So that,
this happens in online webinars.
Now, are you watching a hotel and a platypus? Cristina, what can you see now?
It's starting to share content. It says, yeah. Now we see your PowerPoint presentation.
Yes. Okay. Hotel in Barcelona and platypus breeder. Okay. Yeah. Now, as I was saying, to be a hotel in Barcelona is very difficult to position yourself with the keywords because there's a lot of competitors. But maybe many years ago, being a platypus breeder, you were alone. Not anymore, because almost everybody has its keywords, is competing for its keywords in the internet, as for example, this. This, as you can see, is a very technical issue. This technical issue is called TIG welding, tungsten inert gas welding. Well, believe it or not, if you type in Google Australia, India, UK, US, South Africa, TIG welding, you'll find lots of competitors. So we have a big problem as companies to be located through the keywords. But may I tell you, it's not for today, but just tell you a hint that maybe somebody's going to help you. Remember, we all fight for the results on the first page. There is a very old say in the internet that the best place to hide a dead body is in the second page of Google because nobody goes to the second page. As I said before, somebody may help you, this YouTube. So let me put you an example. Cristina, are we watching now my browser?
Yes, we are watching it now. Okay.
Now, I'm going to type, well, James said before, have a YouTube channel related to international trade and transborder commerce, but unfortunately it's in Spanish, okay? Anyway, I'm going to type in Spanish, in Google, remember, in Google, export to the Federal Drug Administration. If you want to export food and drinks to US, you must comply with the FDA. Okay, the first video you can see is one of my videos. So, as it is very difficult to position yourself with your keywords, with your website, a trick that today is working is try to have a nice YouTube video in YouTube, because maybe, not always, because maybe the moment people are going to do searches in Google, maybe Google is going to put the 3 first videos you may find with these keywords in YouTube, okay? So that could be an option. Now, choose the right domain name. Remember, domain names. My mobile phone starts with 34. 34 is Spain. Those from France start with 33. 33, every phone in France. Portugal, 351. US, 1. So remember, your mobile phones, they have a unique number in this world. There's no other mobile phone with the same number. And your mobile phones are connected, potentially connected, to all the cell phones and landlines in the world through the international network. So you can phone any phone in the world. Okay. The internet is the same, but instead of phones, you have computers, and instead of phone numbers, you have IP numbers. Today, we're not going to talk about IP numbers, but IP numbers can be very interesting for you. Today, we're going to talk about domain names. The internet started in 1969, and at the time, there were only IP numbers, so people could not remember, for example, emails, because they had numbers. So in 1983, at the Wisconsin University, they decided to put a text overhanging a text on the IP number, and the domain name system was born. I don't know if yet it's still in this situation, but customsborderpatrol.gov, the website of US Customs, when I did the slide, the IP number was that number you can see here. Okay. Now, as domain names started in US, there were not US or USA domain names, but 3 letters related to the activity of the owner of the website, the company, the email address, whatever. As you know, commercial, people who sell. Network is also for people who sell, because normally they wanted com, but somebody else had it. Or organization, for example, United Nations, for people who don't sell. Any company, any person in any place of the world may buy .com, .net, .org, even though you have no relation with the US. There are already American domains we cannot buy, as .gov. Maybe you love, maybe you hate President Trump. This is the authentic President Trump's email address. The president@whitehouse.gov. Mil, military in US, edu, educational, mainly in US. Okay. As you know, later we have the country code top-level domains, but I don't like them. I'm going to explain you why I don't like country code level domains. I don't like them because country code level domains are based in the 2 first letters of the name of the country in the local language. So you may believe that the Spanish domain name is SP, Spain. No, bad news is ES, ES from España. Well, Nigeria is not difficult to find, NG. But what about South Africa? Why South Africa is written with an S and has a Z? Because it's written with the Dutch words, Zuid Afrika. Can you see? But what about Switzerland? Switzerland, no S, no nothing. Switzerland, as they have 4 official languages, in order not to quarrel themselves, they have written it in Latin, Confederatio Helvetica. Germany is not G, it's Deutschland, and Algeria is Z. Those of you who know Arab, you know that Algerian Arab is Al-Zajer, something like this. So the sound is the Z, that's why Algeria is not AL, or in Spanish, Argelia, AR, is the Z. So personally, I'm not very fond of national domain names because people are going to be confused. Remember that some countries also have the activity plus the national domain. So COMMX, Mexico Commercial, GOV.AU, Australia governments, AC, UK, UK universities. Okay. Personally, I recommend you to use .com. Why? Because everybody knows .com. But also, let me put you to the website because I had it prepared somewhere else. If I show you a website named El Coto, you'll find a deer, and somebody is going to ask you for your age. Because normally when people ask you for your age, it's because the product is alcohol related. So you exporters who want to export any alcoholic beverage to the world, remember, people cannot visit your website. You must first put this prevention, so people under the age in any country, they will not visit the website. If they lie and they say they are over the age and they enter your website, then it is not your fault, okay? I am of legal age according to the legislation of my country, yes, no. Well, back to El Coto. I am a Spaniard. I know what El Coto is, but you don't know what El Coto is. Why? Because El Coto says nothing. So if instead of El Coto, the website was called elcotospanishwine.com, at the same time, you have your trademark, but you are explaining people what they will find inside your website. So you are using the domain name as ready to communicate product, and this is an example, product plus location. Another example, 10 years ago, I was advising a company, a Spanish company, and the website was Raesa. I asked the owner what Raesa means, and he said, Spanish Irrigation Systems Corporation. And my answer was, this is very interesting for you and your friends, but the rest of the world have no idea what Raesa means. And Raesa has 2 families of products. So at the end, he used my knowledge, my expertise, and he bought aluminiumirrigation.com in English, and this company bought aluminium profile Raesa.com. As you can see, Raesa.com means nothing. Aluminium profiles Raesa.com means everything. So try to have in your domain, at least, if not the country, at least the solution people are searching for. Okay. Now, what can I do with my address, my domain address, my website address, if I am in different countries and I am in different languages? You have 3 options. Option 1, a domain with the name of the country or the language. I don't like this option. Very complicated. Option B, option 2, very expensive. Buy each country domain, country code domain. So buy Samsung Spain, Samsung France, Samsung Deutschland. Expensive and useless. What you should do? Option 3, have your domain groupindiansaris.com/es for Spanish, FR for French, D for German. But maybe, for example, you may have the Spanish market from Spain, the Spanish-speaking countries as Mexico. So maybe you may have your Mexican version because you're putting the currency in pesos. So you may have /es and /mx, or /fr and /ch for Switzerland. This is a way to divide your website. And very important, you must tell Google that FR is for France and CH is for Switzerland and B for Belgium. How do you tell Google? Google has the Google Search Console. There's the option of geo-targeting. And for example, if your website is in German, could be for Germany, could be for Austria, could be for Switzerland. If you are just targeting Germany, you enter your Google Search Console and you type international targeting Germany. So mycompany.com/de is for Germany and not for Austria, not for Switzerland. So always tell. Now, your exporters. Why English? Why only English? Why to limit yourself to English-speaking countries? What about the other languages and other markets? Remember that maybe, for example, your customer speaks French. So if your customer speaks French, your potential customer speaks French, you must have all your information written in French. Today, it's not expensive at all. Today, well, I mean, just to answer emails, you're answering emails, you may use Google Translate. If you are translating your website from English to French, then maybe you may have to use something else, as, for example, Amazon Translate. Amazon Translate is very good, has very good translation, and Amazon Translate has a batch of lot of free characters. So maybe, I don't remember by heart, I think 5 million characters are for free. And if you must pay, I mean, it's really cheap. So an option is automatic teletranslation with a high-end tool as Amazon Translate. The other option is to use online translation services. I didn't find it in English, I have it in Spanish, but this company, One Earth Translation, they use human translators, excuse me. For example, a website of 10,000 words would cost 840 euros. But maybe your website doesn't have 10,000 words. So let's do the manual 500 words for 120 euros. So for less than 500 euros, you know that your website is correctly translated to the destination market. Also, those people who are French, I don't speak French, are going to write you in French. But you can use, again, Google Translate or Amazon Translate to translate to English the emails. And again, you might answer the emails in French using these different tools. So even if you don't master the language, German, French, Turkish, Italian, whatever, Spanish 400 million person market, you may use these tools to reach those markets, okay? Now, how to contact you? People found you with your keywords. People in different language understand what you're trying to sell, and they want to contact you. How to contact you? With everything. Give them the choice. So give them the choice to send you an email. Give them the choice to fill a form, to use the phone if they want to pay the international call, or to use Skype, WhatsApp, Telegram, and for example, if you're working with the Chinese market, WeChat. So at the end, it's no cost for you. It's just having these different tools you have already. So your prospective customer, if they have any doubt, they can contact you through the way they want to choose. Okay? Now, what happens if they want to contact you by phone or Skype and they are in a different timetable? They are using for example, you are in Nigeria and your customer is in Malaysia. Then there are many widgets you can put on your website where you write, contact us by phone or Skype from 5 to 9 Central European Time. But I don't know what is your time right now. What is Central European Time? Okay, so right now, Central European Time is 12:45 p.m., okay, in real time. You can put the widget inside your website so people can know what is your time in that moment. So if it is 6 in the afternoon, they're not going to phone you. They will wait until you're 9 in the morning, if it suits them, to phone you if they want to talk to you by voice, okay? So there are a lot of widgets you can put on your website so people should know your actual time. Let's talk about website usability. People may know how to browse inside your website. And if you search for a definition, for example, web usability is a measure of the effectiveness, efficiency, and satisfaction with which a user can achieve his or her goals on a website. Now, how can I pass the test? How can I pass the usability test? And I'm going to be totally serious. You pass the test through the grandmother test. So grandmother is going to make herself the question, what? With what keywords she found your website. Where are you? Who are you? Who is the person who's offering the product or service, the craftsman, the manufacturer? To where do you ship? Are you shipping to my country? Remember, we ship to 13 countries. How much? We are in e-commerce. How much does this cost? Price in customers' currency. How much time it takes the saris to arrive to my place? And how? How? Obviously, click here. Okay, click here. Buy now button. Now, grandmother. Why grandmother? I don't know if you include your countries, but Spanish grandmothers are heavy-duty internet users. For example, Facebook users. I'm thinking about my mother-in-law. She's 85, and well, I hope this is not being recorded, but she's recording whatever films she finds in the internet. She knows more about P2P, peer-to-peer, than myself, and emu. Okay, and she's 85. Why grandmother? Because grandmother is the worst internet user, the more clumsy internet user in the family. So if you have your grandmother browsing your e-commerce solution and she finds the answer to these questions, usability is correct. If she has any problem, it's not her problem, it's your problem, okay? Because if your grandmother you pass the test of the grandmother, the rest of the internet users won't have any problem to find the answers to these questions. Let's go to Goku, for example. What do they sell? Here you have the text, because they long text. GoCoop is India's first national award-winning marketplace, which connects artisans, weavers, cooperatives, and clusters directly with consumers across the world. Then the added value proposition. We enable sustainable livelihoods for artisans by ensuring fair prices to them and authentic handlooms and crafts for you. Okay. Where? India. Who? Craftsmen, women, craft women. To where? Shipping information. Remember, we ship to those 13 countries. How much? Pricing, customer currency, and let's see the rest of the information here. So you can see, you can choose your currency because you want to know how much is a sari in your personal currency. And international orders are shipped under international priority services from carriers as FedEx, DHL, India Post, and includes the insurance full value of the merchandise. How much time? The delivery time is estimated to be 15 business days. What about customs? Custom duties, taxes, and other charges, they explain you what's your relation of your purchase with your local customs, how to cope with the local customs, okay? So GoCoop, they answer to all these questions. Remember, what, where, who, to where, how much, time, delivery time, how, okay? Now, relevance of the website design. The website design depends on what are you selling. If you are selling saris, you are going to invest to pay the model, her makeup, her hairdress, the professional photographer doing the photograph. Maybe you are shooting in a hotel room and you must pay for the hotel room. Why? Because if you're selling a sari, you're not selling a sari, you're selling an experience. So in this case, wine, luxury goods, sexy underwear, for example, all these goods, they need a lot of design because you are transmitting some experiences, some values. If you are selling motor engines, these small motor engines, people don't care about design. They care about performance, okay? So depending what you're selling, the relevance of design is going to be more or less important. Let's go to services. Here you have travel and tourism. These photographs, I took this photograph from a website. They were selling cruise trips, and there was only these photographs. Remember the colors of the chimney, the ship's chimney, because the same company, or maybe the same ship, I found another website with this. My girl and I, we are doing snorkeling in warm waters in an island, thanks to the cruise ship. So you can, if you are selling sensations, experiences, you cannot put this, you should put this. So remember, who are you? If you are here or here, what kind of design you should have for your website to attract your prospective customers. Now, you are exporters who have a website you must promote online with usability with the correct domain name. And in this website, you can place the order. As you can place the order, we are talking about e-commerce. About placing the order, I will just say, learn from Amazon. You can learn especially from Amazon. So try just to copy Amazon. Amazon, they invest a lot of money in human behavior. So you can see the results when you are shopping in Amazon. Try to do the same as they do. Add your basket, buy now. Obviously, you don't have Prime, but that the experience of buying your item should be very swift, very smooth, okay, as Amazon does. So that's the idea. Okay, so we're almost 45 minutes into the hour, and I've been speaking for a long time. Now, if you have any questions, please, I would like you to put your questions in the chat if possible. Thank you so much. Yes, could you receive the presentation after the course? It's Joyce. Yes, send it already to Cristina in PDF format. You put it here, okay.
Yeah,
Fabian,
Carlos.
Cristina, yes, excuse me, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to help you with the questions the participants did. So there is Fabian who is asking if in Spain, do you recommend any company with experience in private information policy, cookies?
Wow, it's a good question. I would say that normally, if you are hiring a Spanish company to do you the design, they will do it already, because you must comply with an European directive, the European Directive on e-commerce, and Information Service Society, blah, 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 this European directive. You must comply with the GDPR, for all the data related to European Union customers, and you must comply with the Spanish cookie regulations. But for example, I'm going to put you an example. Some companies, they don't want to comply with European GDPR, the Data Protection Regulation, and I'm going to put you an example. Cristina, can we see my website?
Yes, we can. Yep.
Yes, okay. So, there is an American company named Bonobos, so I'm going to type Bonobos, bonobos.com. They sell fashion. Maybe I learned about them in the internet or in a magazine. Remember, I'm located in Spain. Now remember, IP numbers. I cannot buy at Bonobos. Why? Because Bonobos, they are in US, and they don't want to comply with European Union laws related to European Union citizens and residents' privacy. Due to the new General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, we are currently enabled to offer products and services to customers in the European Economic Area. That means 28 European Union countries, plus Switzerland, plus Norway, plus Iceland, plus Liechtenstein, okay? They decided they don't want to comply. I mean, you can have this option, but you are losing a 400, 500 million market, person market. But if you are outside European Union or inside, remember, you must comply with the GDPR. Again, normally, if you use a Spanish and European web design company, they should know already what you must write inside your website related to European Union citizens and residents, and also what you must do with it, and especially what you must not do with their emails. Sí, Cristina, omoche quizá, ¿no? Do you mean?
Okay. Yeah, we have another question here from Taryn. So do you suggest embedding Google Translation on the website, or should we translate the pages separately?
No. I mean to translate before. So you translate better with Amazon Translation, obviously, than Google Translate. You translate, you have your text, and then you post your text there. Why? Because remember, keywords. You want to have at the end, keywords are like a fishing hook with a worm on it, okay? The fishing hook. So you need to have a real website in Spanish or in French with real keywords. So Google is going to index and rank your website in English or in Spanish, in French or in Spanish with those keywords. If you put automatic translation, the keywords are always in English and will automatically translate in the destination browser. So always have the keywords written in the local language, but you translate it with Amazon Translate, and then you put it in your website in French or in Spanish. Sí, Cristina, next.
Okay. Yeah, so now we have another question on the domain name. So Akinwumi Michael is asking, like, assuming we have an e-commerce website and someone is using the same domain name this person intends to use, but with a .com extension, can you still register the domain name with other extension?
Well, this is just for another webinar. Just to explain you very quickly. The law comes after human behavior. Okay? So if a man and a woman marry each other, you have the family law that comes after. If somebody is trying to buy, sell, lend an apple, you have the commercial law that comes after. And if somebody is trying to rob or kill somebody, you have penal law that comes after. So law always comes after human relations with humans, family, human relations with things, the apple you're going to buy or to sell, and public order relations. You cannot be killing people all the day through, okay? Now, what happened with the domain names? The domain arrived, and at first, in 1983, the domains didn't have any economic value, so nobody was going to fight for a domain name. But in 1990, 1991, 92, 93, young people, young bright people started to buy nameoffamouscompany.com. For example, BurgerKing.com. Burger King arrived to the internet in 1996, 97, and the moment they wanted to buy their domain name was somebody else the owner. Now, they are going to fight for the domain name. You have a previous problem, and this previous problem, this quarrel, this conflict is going to be solved after by the law. And the law gives a very bad option. The law says, this is very similar to trademarks. So if two persons are fighting for the same domain name, we're going to give the domain name to the owner of the trademark. This is crazy because maybe you know inside one country you may have 45 different owners of trademarks. Coca-Cola may have drinks, but I bet you a Coca-Cola has no pools, no guns, no plastics, okay? Coca-Cola doesn't have the 45 different classifications. Plus 45 for each country. So maybe you have your trademark in your country, but somebody else has the same trademark in same classification in another country. Now, I won't try to fight to grab the other person the trademark. But if you are the owner of the trademark, you can put more keywords. Remember, the company name we saw before was Aluminium Profiles Raisa. Not the same, Raisa.com, the Aluminium Profiles Raisa. If you want to keep a .com. Plan B, also very easy, as I said before, could be a .net. .net is for free. So you have several options to do that. Okay? Thank you, Cristina.
So we have another question from Andres. So do you suggest any website for buying a domain? Is there any specific website you recommend?
In the 90s, there was a monopoly, Network Solutions, but now you can buy it in many places. But wait, something important. You should take care because some places are nasty. Let's say you go to buy to some place you haven't heard before, a domain name, and you do the search. And you do the search, mycompany.com. So those people, sometimes they retain for 1 hour or two the name. So if you want to buy the name in a different place, you cannot buy it because it is retained. So sometimes they try to keep you in the first place, just retaining the name for a few hours. But if you want to, one of them have no relation with them, GoDaddy. I mean, you just type buy domain name, you have many, many places, okay? Have no relation with GoDaddy is the first one I have in mind.
Perfect. And then last question. So do you recommend using two profiles for your social media? For example, one targeting the Spanish market and another one for export market?
You should. I bet we're talking about LinkedIn. We're talking about LinkedIn. As you know, in LinkedIn, you start your LinkedIn profile in whatever language, in English or Spanish. So let's say you have it in English and say, oh, I want to be also in Spanish because I want to be also present in Spanish-speaking markets. Then you can create your second LinkedIn profile in Spanish, okay? What is going to happen? That as remember keywords, so people who are searching you in Spanish, or even people who are searching under your name, whatever, David Ruiz, LinkedIn. Okay, they're going to, in the results, in the Google results, they're going to find the LinkedIn profile in Spanish. Those people who are outside from Spanish-speaking countries, automatically LinkedIn is going to serve the English version. So I know it's a lot of work, but you should have clones. So both versions, both languages, or both with all the keywords you have. This place LinkedIn allows to set profile in different languages. Somebody is also, you are also recommending one.com, for example.
Yeah, and GoDaddy, the one that you recommended just now. We'll take the last question. So do you suggest any website app that can help you design your own website? So to make it more user-friendly?
No. What I should do is, best thing is to watch competitors. So if you find an e-commerce website, you like it, you feel that's the thing you want to have, sometimes you have somewhere the signature of the company that is the website, and you contact them. So better contact those people who you know already their works, their art, what they did before. I want these people to create the e-commerce website for me. What about e-commerce, Cristina? Something very important. We don't have time in just a small webinar. Remember, you may have different strategies. You may have your own e-shop, okay, with Magento, with Magento, with your one PrestaShop, whoever. You may sell in some other places, AliExpress. From Europe, you can sell inside AliExpress to Europe and Russia. You may sell through Amazon, for example, through eBay, or you may do both things. You may have both options open to you. Yeah, Cristina, excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, so we will stop the questions right now. I think this was a very useful webinar. We learned the importance of having a responsive website, and also you gave us some tips on which tools to use, how to choose the right domain, how to add different languages, and how to make it more user-friendly. So thanks a lot, Carlos. We will share this presentation.
Yeah. Yes. Christian, one thing more, I just remember, advising Spanish-speaking people, just because of the names, those of you who are Spanish-speaking people, or those of you who can understand Spanish, unfortunately, my YouTube channel is only in Spanish right now. So you search for my name in YouTube, or you search Aprende a Exportar con Carlos Enrile, you'll find my YouTube channel where I interview very interesting people related to this world, related to e-commerce. For example, this is an interview to the guy from AliExpress. That's how I know you can use AliExpress to sell from Europe to Europe and Russia. Timal Global and somebody from DHL explaining how should be the logistics and the returns in international e-commerce, just for them to have all the information available so they can learn more about this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we will share with you the presentation that Carlos had just showed us, and you can also find more information on his YouTube channel. We'll put the link on the email we'll send to you, and of course on Ecom Connect we will be doing more webinars. And of course, if you have any suggestion on topics that you would love to listen to, please let us know. Send us an email, and we will try to do a webinar. So thanks so much, everyone. And have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Carlos.
Bye.
Thank you.